Hello, we are Geeks Assembled. Susan, I'm Lee, and this week we're discussing a 2010 movie which is based on a book franchise. Um, and this is the first of two. There was going to be more in the franchise, but we'll go into that later on in the cast. But this is the first. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Um, it's all about gods, myths in modern day. Um, so we'll go to Susan. Opening thoughts on The Lightning Thief.
All right, well, this is good. This is starring thank you, Leaf, by the way. This is starring Alexandra Daddario. Alexandra Daddario is Rowan Mayfair and the Mayfair Witches, so that was fun. Another thing that's really great is Percy Jackson is a demigod. He's fathered by Poseidon and
Yeah.
his mother, who is
Human.
um, Sally Jackson,
Yeah.
played by Catherine Keener. And Catherine Keener has been in a lot of things, as is um, as is the other cast members. There's a lot of really famous cast people, and um, the aspects of this that I struggle with is that they made Percy, who is a modern take on Perseus.
I was going to ask you that if that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Chopped off Medusa's head, just like Perseus. All the stuff, this is basically the beginning of that whole mythology. And Perseus was actually in the myths, though, was fathered by Zeus and a Greek woman.
Mhm.
But this is a guy fathered by Poseidon because apparently they have to have that conflict in Olympus. And so they have to have the kids, they have to make it a little different. So I just like, okay. Um yeah, I liked the Poseidon was played by Kevin McKidd. And he was in a lot of cool British stuff. He's a good
Well,
British actor.
one of
Well,
one of the biggest cult movies he was in was Train Spotting. Yeah.
Train Spotting, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely got that up there. Um, yeah, he's a great British actor. And there's this whole thing was with great British actors, like all of them were. So I'm just gonna let that opening be enough and let Lee get into who all these brilliant British actors are, because there are tons. And over to you.
Well, I know you've mentioned it now. It's based on a modern day take on Perseus, but Perseus was mentioned in the movie. Um, so if
He
that's the case,
was.
yeah, well, yeah, because in the history of the where Pierce Brosnan is teaching them all in the museum, he's saying about Perseus, and you've got something in common, Perseus. Um, if that's the case, Perseus beheaded Medusa. So what was how was Medusa there?
And how did they put her head back on? And
Exactly.
and one more thing, okay? One more thing.
Yep. Columbo here.
Played by Uma Thurman.
Yeah,
That was so fucking cool. Oh my God.
yeah. Well, as you say, we'll go through the cast list now, just to right. Percy was Logan Lerman. We've got
Yeah.
Grover was Brandon T. Jackson. You've already mentioned Alexandra.
Uh-huh.
Luke, the son of Hermes, was Jake Abel. Now Zeus. god of sky, thunder, and lightning, and king of everything else, Sean Bean.
I know.
Uh, and he doesn't die.
I know.
We've got Chiron, a centaur, Pierce Brosnan, uh,
Uh-huh.
Hades, Percy's uncle, god of the underworld, Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan. Come on, the cutie from Manchester. Okay.
You've already mentioned Kevin McKidd as Poseidon, Uma Thurman as Medusa. Who have I missed? Where am I? You've already mentioned Catherine Keener, Persephone, Rosario Dawson.
Mhm.
Um, Great cast. I'm sure I've missed someone. Who was it?
Julian Richings played the ferryman.
No, the stepdad. Who was? Oh,
Uh, Joe Pantoliano.
yes.
And he was in Goonies. We just watched that thing.
Well, there is something in here. I mean, if you didn't, you blinking, you would miss him. There was because a lot of stuff was changed from the book to the screen. A lot of things were taken out as usual, but there was a lot of stuff taken out of the movie and ended up on the cutting room floor. But if you see at the end of the movie where they're all sat round in Olympus, the gods just sat there,
Hmm.
you would notice Ray Winston playing Ares.
Yeah.
His all his parts were cut, so
Oh, that's
all you
right.
all you get is him sat there. He don't say a word. You just one little glimpse of him, and I'm thinking, what a waste of an actor.
Oh my God, I know.
Um,
Oh,
but yeah, he's uncredited in the movie. That
oh,
all his parts being cut. Um,
Jesus.
yeah,
That's stupid.
yeah. This was the first of a planned franchise of movies. There was a
Hmm.
sequel to it in 2013, Percy Jackson: Sea of Monsters. There was going to be a third one, but then Fox was sold. Um, Fox was sold, and that franchise ended there and then. But later on, I don't know if it was a few years back, there's been a TV series made of it, Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Yeah.
So, so they're retelling the story again because they are retelling the stories. Um, but it's just a shame that the franchise just was cut short after the second movie, which happens a lot because look at the Chronicles of Narnia. They were
Yeah.
cut short as well. Um, but going back to the movie, do you know what? This is the first time I've seen this,
Oh, cool.
and I've had the DVD. It's been on my shelf for quite a while. I mean, with a two movie set, but I thought, well, and you mentioned it, good time to watch it. Um, I enjoyed it. Um, some of the CGI was a bit iffy,
Yeah.
wasn't, but it was 2010.
Hmm.
I was watching. What's the character's name? Grover, the Saturn
Seder.
Taylor. Um, them goat legs didn't really move well, did they? Especially when he was dancing on stage. I thought, ooh, a bit dodgy that. Um, but if you can put that to a side, the story was good. It kept me watching.
And it was directed by,
Chris Columbus,
yeah.
yeah, um, which he's done many, many great films.
Yeah. Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
I'm just seeing if this was successful at the box. It cost 95 million budget.
Okay.
Gross at the box office 226 million. So
Yeah,
it
so
didn't do too bad. Um, yeah, it was a good fantasy action movie. Um, any age could watch this, I would say. If
Yeah.
you like, it's some bits are scary, but kids love to be scared.
Yeah.
Um, I just couldn't get, I just couldn't get over the reveal of Pierce Brosnan, because that was another bit of an iffy CGI segment, where he was a centaur, half man, half horse. I don't know if that worked or not, but try to whoever persuaded Pierce Brosnan, we want you to play a horse, which he didn't return in the sequel, as I've just noticed. The character's in the sequel, but it's played by another actor,
Hmm.
Anthony Head. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was magical. It was great to see some of these actors. Say Steve Coogan. He was not in it much, but when he was there, he was great on screen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agreed.
As I say, Uma Thurman, a great Medusa.
Great Medusa.
But I was watching it though, and all I could think of though, she was sort of channeling the character she played back in the 90s of Poison Ivy, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Came across that sort of the way she was
And
playing.
wasn't that one directed by Chris Columbus too?
That was Joel Schumacher.
Oh, Joe Schumacher. Okay.
Um, yeah, but great. I mean, I love Uma Thurman. I mean, she was on in it for what? Not even 5 minutes, was she?
No.
Just a small segment. Um, but yeah, it kept me watching from beginning to end. I didn't get bored of it. So back to you, Susan.
And
Oh,
Rosario Dawson as Persephone, uh, just the layer upon layer of attitude and sass and sassing Hades. That was just great
that's
fun.
great. Sexy.
And
Meh, meh, meh.
what?
I'm just doing the go.
Yeah. And then yeah, Pierce Brosnan, it was fun to see him and Sean Bean in the same movie, but not have anything to do with
Yeah.
007. So that was great fun. And the uh yeah, all the stuff in hell. I loved that they were able to get his humor in there. That was great. Steve Coogan is just super funny on
Mhm.
everything. And you know, I think that it's pretty remarkable that this movie was sort of written by a young a young author and uh, adapted for screen, and it was adapted well.
Yeah.
And I like the stories that are coming out now in the TV show. I've watched all of these. I like this franchise because you get to willingly suspend your disbelief that there's like it's like American Gods. It's like that. It's like
And that
that.
that was cut short as well.
You know. And but just mixing it up like that, that's fun. I like
Mhm.
just a little bit of messy theology. Anyway,
There is one thing what I just couldn't understand was he was on a well, not a quest, but he was determined to rescue his mother from the underworld.
mhm.
And, and he did. he wanted his mother back, but at the end of the movie, he leaves her, and she can't go where he goes.
It's
Well, I was
ridiculous.
thinking, what was all that you wanted to save her, like that, but then you've, bam, man, what? I didn't get that around my head. I just couldn't get that out of me. I'm thinking, well, what was the point of bringing her back from the underworld only just to leave her
Mhm.
again?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Uh, I mean, I've never read the book, so there might be more into it, detail in the books, like, but
I I don't think they actually they answer your question in the books. I don't remember. I don't think I've listened to these books. I'm not gonna to get distracted from the podcast just looking stuff up on my phone, but the the aspects of the story that are that come right out of myth, those are really epic. And it's a good sort of second second story to the to stories that were created by um Harry Harryhausen,
hmm yeah.
because like those were another set of those myths made movies. Yeah, I like that too. Um, let's see, anything else? Uh, I didn't like how clicky the school was, but I guess that was kind of the way that they had to show things. You'd think if you'd been sort of ostracized your whole life and were just
Yeah.
coming, you wouldn't want to get into those sort of like, these are my friends and you can't have them, or these are my friends and nobody else gets to join. I mean, that stuff, that's bullshit. I know. Uh, yeah, the camp life is, and I don't remember if that's in the books or not too.
Right, also, I didn't understand
Uh,
because Zeus wanted his lightning bolt back because it was stolen.
yeah,
So
Luke.
why,
Well, how did Luke get away with it?
how did he get it, and and why and why hide it in the shield to give to Percy when knowing full well it'd go back. I just didn't understand why didn't he just, because he wanted Luke wanted the lightning bolt, didn't he, to rule.
He wanted the
So
chaos
yeah,
in
but
Olympus.
why give it? Well, you'd keep hold of it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Which I just didn't. I just didn't understand.
yeah,
But yeah, but still, apart from those little things, I thought, well, didn't really make any sense. It was a
yeah,
good movie. I enjoyed it.
yeah.
So, anything else, Susan?
No, I mean, yeah, I the retelling in the TV show doesn't retell the story of Medusa. It just retells some of the getting to camp stories.
Well, this is it. This is where I thought, well, hold on a minute. Perseus was real because they all were talking about Perseus, and Perseus was well known for beheading Medusa using the shield,
Hmm.
and that's how Percy got the idea of reflection of his phone.
Yeah,
But if that was the case, how come Medusa was there?
yeah, N-
She was killed by Percy.
yeah. So again, maybe the myths are myths, and the
Well, but they can't be, can they? Because
They
they're all
can't be. Yep.
because Perseus was a demigod as well.
Right.
Ah,
And that those, but you do kind of end up wanting to stay in that place in Vegas with the lotus flowers.
I don't know about
That
that.
that that one guy, that hippie who'd been there since 72, that was pretty badass.
Well, yeah. Uh, if you've got nothing else, Susan, do you want to go final say and score?
Sure.
Over to
Um,
you.
yeah, so this was these were made 2010 was like time uh in the realm of motion pictures that was all about uh partying. There was
Mm,
just these huge party scenes, and like this camp is sort of a party, that Vegas thing is sort of a party, the whole thing of and then the aspects of the life of uh his mom, Mrs. Jackson, Shelley Jackson. She has to put up with are are all about being bigger than the party, like living a bigger life. And um so I mean, if that is the moral, that's the moral. But if it's not the moral, then I don't know what is. But it is messy theologically, all sorts of different ways. And the people are different than they, you know, these are not if the gods are still there and these are their kids, then their kids should line up to the myth. Anyway, that's what I
mm.
think. So I'll give this nine crutches that Grover uses. And Grover's a great name for a satyr, great name for a sidekick character and a superhero. Yep, like it a
Well,
lot.
cool. I mean, I liked it. I've got a few niggles here and there. As I said, the CGI sometimes was a bit iffy. Some of the connections to the myths and Greek legends and didn't make any sense. And so for me, uh, I'm I'm going to give it no. What shall I give it? I'm going to give it nine Lotus Eaters out of 10.
Yeah,
Um, just because of those little niggles, but it's still an enjoyable movie. If you just, if you don't want to think too hard, like I usually do when I'm watching something, I'm overthinking things and think that don't make sense. But if you don't want to, just forget that. Just watch the movie. Don't let it get to you. But it does to me. So on that note, that's our little review of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief from 2010. If you guys have seen the movie, let me know in the comments below of this video, or leave a message below as well on any of our videos to let us know if you want to join us doing this stuff. All you got to be is 18 and over. There's some things we review are 18 rated. Just have a working camera and microphone on the device you use, and we'll try and get you on. We don't batter you into submission and have you on every week. It's when you're available, and if you ever we're doing stuff what you want us to speak about, we'll get you on. Also, please subscribe to our Facebook group, our Twitter feed, X feed, Twitter. Also, our YouTube channel, and also if you do go onto our YouTube channel, there's a button on there, bell notification. It'll tell you every time we put up a video.
um,
So press that button. Is that it, Susan?
mhm.
Cool. Right. I'm now off to go and find out if I can find any minotaurs in the woods or any hydras. Um, so until next time, please be safe, have adventures, have fantasies.
Hail Hydra.
Wrong franchise. She's geeky. She's geeky. What can you do? So until next time, bye for now.